Backed by popular demand, we are taking a look at more elite counterterrorism units for this video. I tried to select some of the more popular suggestions from the last video's comments, so thank you all for commenting and showing interest. Let's start with the GSG-9, the German Federal Police unit specializing in counterterrorism, violent and organized crimes. This is a relatively small unit, only employing a few hundred members of classified identity. GSG-9 members, being classified as non-combatants under international law, can only operate within German federal limits without a foreign nation consent. Their look is quite iconic, mostly sporting Ranger green crime precision uniforms, obscure helmets, Peltor contacts, and some reference photos became quite popular due to the appearance of GPNVGs. Depending on the missions, it is usual to see them increasing their ballistic coverage with full car helmets, more soft armor and face shields. Of course, we cannot miss mentioning the usage of G36 carbines as weapon systems, which makes them quite unique as it is never commonly seen outside of German use. The FBI HRT was formed as a federal unit capable of responding to major terror threats in the United States. Not only that, but they often work with JSOCs and have seen a multitude of overseas deployments. These guys are pretty much a tier 1 unit and they perform and look like one. Their capabilities are not only counterterrorism, but also maritime operations, halo jumps and direct action. As I mentioned before, I was a little reluctant to include them in my previous video, because in terms of appearance they look pretty much identical to any Ranger, Delta or General SF guy from 10 feet away. Their drip is not so unique in today's age, but is still top tier. Of course, tons of crime precision stuff in multicam. AVS, CPCs and JPCs plate carrier are pretty commonly seen, obscure helmets, and the DT-NVGs are seen often. Their weaponry is most of the same you see US SF guys use, but recently they gained some popularity because of their slightly more unique HK416 setup, using an OD green Geisley Mark IV rails and some other parts. I hope you saved those skinny jeans from Abercrombie and Cheetah Vans you had in middle school, because shit hit the fan and they need an immediate response in the Netherlands. The Dutch DSI is the national police unit tasked with dealing with terrorist incidents and other violent public issues. They for sure got a legacy online for the multiple pictures of many of their operators wearing civilian clothing during responses, most likely due to the abruptness of the call. In terms of drip, they somewhat resemble the CTSFO with their wolf grey uniforms and gear. A lot of the times they are seen wearing full cut helmets with shields and arm and groin extra protection in CQB-like scenarios. They also use a lot of American-made gear such as obscure helmets and first spear plate carriers. Everyone has a ton of funding in this episode, I guess, because everybody's getting quad tube nods. When it comes to guns, it's mostly similar to others we covered, with the addition of a couple more special pieces, such as the HNK G28, SIG MCX, Sako TRG M10, and a good old Mossberg 590. If you disagree with the fact that Vans are the best footwear for CQB, you are clearly wrong. Guys, thank you for watching. I think this is gonna be the last of this 2-episode series. If you have a recommendation for something similar but different, I want to do different things, make sure to leave it in the comment. I'm always open to suggestion, as I hope to convey. And thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.